Hey, welcome to This Week on Let's Fix Her Up. Mike Jamison here. I'm kind of in my backyard here. Got a lot of great projects, and we're going to be showcasing a lot of them this week. Now, one thing I'm going to do here, if you see the side of my house, actually the back of my house, we got a lot of mold. It faces north, so we've got a new power washer setup that we're going to be using, along with a new product that we're going to spray down, and we're going to just see how well it works. And if it gets the job done, well, we'll make sure we get the rest of the house done with it too. Here, got a little warm weather here within the cold weather, so we'll be doing that. We'll also be taking you over to my friend's house that I'm doing a new tile installation for. The countertop shop. Great people over there on Airport Highway are putting in a beautiful countertop for them, and we're getting all the said work done right now, and right now, smack dab in the middle of putting in tile, floor tile. Crazy job, and we're going to show you some little hints and suggestions, and hopefully it works out for you. Now, granted, remember, I'm not a professional. I'm just doing what your average layman would do to make sure they can get projects done, and we're going to work a little bit on that today also. And we'll also be talking with Schneider Sons Electric. Jim Schneider over there has been a sponsor of our show for many, many, many years, and the Generac Generator systems. And I'm actually doing some finagling right now with Genoa Bank so that we can actually put one in here at my house too, and we're going to talk about them a little bit, and the safety and security of knowing that you've got power when other people don't. I know the power's been going off for a lot of people here with all of the crazy weather we've been having, so should be a really, really good show here, and I'm crossing my fingers that this stuff for the moss is going to work. You know, the back side of my house faces north, so we get a lot of moss on the back of our house, and I've had a lot of people asking me about it, and if there's anything that we can do to, you know, try and get that done. And actually, we found this stuff, this is Easy Wash, and we're going to try it, see what happens, see if it works. Now, I'm probably doing it a little, they say you don't need to use the spray washer, so we are using a spray washer, so it's going to work out a lot better for us. You know, it's an older house, it's got older siding on it, and there's, you know, it is what it is, and we're going to see if we can make this work. Now, first thing we do is obviously we spray the product on our siding here, and we let it set for a little bit, and then what we'll do is we'll come back with our power washer and power wash this all the way down. Now, things you want to worry about, you know, there are cautions on it, so if you have pets and things like that, you want to make sure that you know, make sure you don't have any water bowls or anything out there for them, so, you know, nothing would happen with that. But this is a project that maybe not the right time of the year, but I just happened to look at the back of my yard, and I'm like, man, no, we got to get rid of that. So we're going to try and get that all set up here, and we're going to do it with our power washer now, and clean it off with that, and see how that all works out. All right, we got our power washer working, and we're ready to go now, and we're going to see if we can make this all work. Now we're using it's an electric sprayer. Works really good. It's not monstrously powerful, so I'm not too worried about it taking stuff off. One of my big deals is, you know, we got the hot tub here, and so we get a little mold with that over here, but you know, as you can see, it's taking it off pretty nicely here, and getting the job done. It's taking that moss off, and that's one of our big concerns is, you know, we don't want moss build up on the north side of our house here, so we want to make sure that that's all pretty much taken care of. See, on this side of the house, it's kind of a mess, and we just want to make sure we get all of the scrubs off. far I'm pretty impressed with it. Doing a nice job. I just want to get the main stuff off. That seems to be power's off here, so we don't have to worry about the power. And this is going to be a nice, easy project here. You know, this product seems to work pretty well. We've got about half the backyard done here now, and now I got to go in and edit the show to make sure it looks good and everything. But you know, I think that stuff's like about 20 bucks, and you can go over to Gladio Do It Best, and these little setups are really not that expensive and run at around 1700 psi, and that's really all you need. I mean, they've got some that are 3000, 4000 that'll cut concrete basically, and you really don't need anything like that. But to have something that you can do the side of your house and get it all cleaned up, and you know, I got an old house, and eventually I'm going to have Seagate come over here. We're going to put all new siding on this house next spring, so we'll be doing that. But at least for now, it looks a little better, and didn't really cost a lot of money. And you know, as the weather's still kind of good, you know, you're in the 50s and 60s, it's a good idea to get out there and do little projects like this, and make good things happen like that. And very impressed with it, and you know, didn't spend a lot of money, and that's the main thing, not spending a lot of money. We'll be right back.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Want to take back control? A Generac home standby generator protects your home against power outages every second of every day, all year long, automatically, whether you're home or away. Control your power, control your life with a Generac home standby generator.
For a free estimate, call Schneider Sons Electric, 419-691-8284.
Is your roof past its peak? It's not always this easy to tell. From rooftops to foundations, Seagate is a trusted A-plus BBB accredited business and a Platinum Preferred contractor. As a Platinum Preferred contractor, we offer one of the country's best roofing warranties, the Owens Corning True Protection 50-year warranty. That's material and labor. We've earned your trust for over 30 years, Toledo. Call Seagate now.
244-LEAK Seagate. I can tell love is everywhere. Like a new perfume in my hair. I just feel love is everywhere.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, President of Genoa Bank, a locally owned community bank providing a full range of banking services. At Genoa Bank, we believe a bank should do more than just conduct business. We generally care about the communities we serve, and we take our hometown commitment to heart. Our biggest investment will always be in you, whether it's a personal account or business. Genoa Bank is committed to outstanding service. We want to know you by name and help you with all your banking needs. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music would like to talk to you about your entertainment needs for your upcoming wedding or special event. For over 25 years, Mike has made wonderful memories, one event at a time. Professional sound and lighting and video for your special event. Call us today for an affordable package for your special day. 419-514-1302. Jameson's Mobile Music and Video.
YODER Brothers Lawn and Snow, where we treat your yard as our own. Lawn care, landscape construction, landscape maintenance, hydroseeding, snow and ice management, residential and commercial, licensed, insured, trusted. Contact us today, 567-218-1915, 567-218-1915. YODER Brothers Lawn and Snow. YODER Brothers Lawn and Snow.
Well, you know, it wouldn't be Let's Fix Her Up without great people like Mr. Schneider here and the great folks here at Schneider Sons Electric. And Jim, so we start our 29th season. The innovations over these years has been incredible. And what's happening now, you are one of the big wigs here when it comes to Generac. And it's kind of funny because we got this one sitting here and it's like, well, this is going out the second we get done with this shoot. This thing's out of here.
They're getting ready to take it with them. Yeah, we can't keep them in. We get them in and they're going out because it's been so hard, like a lot of things, to get product.
Right.
I just got off the phone, as a matter of fact, when I came out here to talk to you from Generac, and the problem is getting parts for them. Of course, they build them in Wisconsin and South Carolina now, starting in 2021, but the parts come from all over the world, so that's the problem. It's
probably a chip.
The chip, and there's some other components that they're looking for. They're trying to figure out places to get them elsewhere besides just wherever they're normally getting them. But yeah.
Well, this is, you know, and we talk about it just about every time we have you on, is the fact with how crazy the weather's been. And I don't know if this is just we're going through a cycle or if this is going to be the norm now, where, boy, it's going to be a neat thing when everybody's lights in your neighborhood get shut off and all of a sudden a little click goes on and bingo, you're back to normal.
Yeah. A lot of our people are traveling. A lot of our customers are going away for the winter. Some of them are just concerned about their crawls or their basement getting wet because of the sump pump not working. Whatever it is, some people are worried about the grid collapsing and worrying about that happening. So that's why I wanted to talk to you today about this. I want to make sure that if people are looking for a generator, they need to start talking to me now to get ready for spring, because it's taking that long. It's taken me months to get these. It used to be I'd get them within a month, no problem. And now we're looking at 3 to 6 months sometimes before I even get a generator. So, and as quick as they get here, we're taking them back out.
Sure. You know? Now you're doing a setup right now, and with this one, you're actually changing their whole service. You don't have to do that.
Right. Most of the time, we don't have to do that.
But I mean, when you get into some of the older homes, those are like what, 100 amp, maybe 150 amp boxes, and
could be. Some of them are 100 amp. Some of them are still fuses, 60 amp.
And can it work? It can work on that system, though.
It can, yeah. But a lot of times people want to upgrade too because they're anticipating more power that they're going to use.
Sure.
Electric cars are coming, whether you want to believe it or not. Electric cars are going to be here someday, and you want to be prepared for that. And now is the time to do it while you're putting this in, because we got to tear it apart to put the transfer switch in anyhow. You might as well do that now instead of tearing it apart again later.
Just on a second note, you're talking about the electric cars now. Do you guys, you have the ability to put that plug in at the house? Is that 220? Yeah. Is that what it runs off of?
It's 220. It's usually a 50 amp circuit, very similar to what would be a stove circuit. And then the plug is a little different than a stove, but
I'm still scared to death of that.
Yeah.
Putting that in my garage, it'd be my luck, you know. But no, seriously, you guys can professionally come in and put all that whole system in for them. And that's where people are going with it right now.
Yeah, we do maybe 1 or 2 a month now. Wow. I'm sure that's going to get more and more popular, that people are putting the name Tesla, you know, everybody knows that name. We hear about that all the time.
And this system will work if they wanted to, if they had to charge their cars too.
If that's another thing we do, is a lot of times I'll talk to a customer and I'll say, look, if you think you're going to get an electric car, then we need to size this in order to be able to charge that car. Because like I said, it's almost like a stove circuit, which is 50 amps. That's quite a bit of power.
For a long, I mean, I don't know how long it takes to charge a car. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on all of it, but I know it's like 2 to 4 hours with the 240 volt charger. With the 120 volt charger that comes with it, it's usually around 8 to 10 hours.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So it can be done a lot quicker with the 240.
Right. Yeah. and you know, thinking about this, you know, my average usage for electricity for the month is around 1,700 kilowatts. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I just go by what the bill says before it's got that thing that has all those zeros behind it. My bill, actually.
Right.
But so probably, I mean, would a 2,000 kilowatt, would that be what I would be looking for my house?
If you're thinking about an electric car and you've got maybe a pool or maybe a hot tub, then we're definitely talking about a 22 to 24 kW generator. And I just found out earlier, last week it was, they're now making a 26 kW air-cooled generator. Looks a lot like this, almost identical, but they're a little bit bigger now. So in anticipation of people having more, everybody's using more and more power.
Right.
My brother John and I were just talking about that earlier. Pool, hot tub, electric heater, you know,
Yeah.
water heaters sometimes.
It's
Just more, and cars.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, the one thing I'm doing at my house is eventually we'll have one of these in there, But the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of my electric water heater.
Yeah, they
Gone.
do use a lot.
And it's new. I put that in probably 5 years ago. Gone. I got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And we'll go with one of them forced air gas ones. But this is something I have the place to do it. Probably would be an easy setup and put it in the backyard and everything. And you guys site prep. Everybody knows exactly what they're getting into when you go out there and do it.
Yeah, I go through the whole thing with them, explain as much as I can. I love people to ask questions, so if they are thinking about a generator, they can either call me or I'll go out there and look at it. I'll talk to them all day long if they want it. It's one of the things that I enjoy talking about is the generators.
Yeah,
so.
you love these things to death, and it's just a great investment for your house. And if there's anything you're looking, I don't know if they have any tax credits or anything like this yet.
Not for the generators.
Not for the
no.
generators, but just for the peace of mind of knowing when those lights go out, and you know, they're talking, it's going to be a huge winter, but you're talking spring right now.
Yeah, for installs. Yeah, that's what I'm anticipating. Yeah, I don't know what kind of winter we're going to have. I'm expecting it to be a bad one because if we have as much moisture this winter as we had this summer,
Yeah, whoa.
it's going to be a long, deep snow type winter.
I'm going to be out shoveling snow to make a living, I think, at that point. Jimmy, thank you very
All
much,
right.
sir. Just the Generac, Schneider Sons Electric, hometown right over here at Oakdale and East Toledo. And how many years?
Well, we've been on this corner since '75, and we've been around since the '40s.
Wow, and coming up on the 2-year anniversary of Albert's passing, and Albert was a dear friend to me, your brother, and you guys have just done such a phenomenal job here, and it's really exciting with these. It's just, we just wish we could get more chips and we could get more parts, because you could be putting them in probably 2 a week.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we put in 5 of them in 1 week. Yeah,
Wow.
That's how. But we got lucky. We got a shipment of them,
Sure.
and they came in, and we wanted to get them in as soon as we could. So.
Well, big sponsor for us here on Let's Fix Her Up, and eventually I'm gonna come over and I said, Jimmy, we're putting one of these babies in. I'm ready. I think it'll be exciting. So, hey, folks, we'll be right back.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Cleaning your gutters can be dangerous. Take it from Marty.
For 30 years, I've been climbing up that ladder, cleaning out those gutters. One time, I leaned the ladder up there, and the feet were on the deck. The deck was a little wet. Next thing I know, the ladder kicks out, and I'm hanging by the gutter, and I start yelling for help. After that occurrence, I called Gutter Helmet.
Call Gutter Helmet for an estimate. 419-475-0000. Get Gutter Helmet today, and you'll never clean your gutters again.
Keeping you out of the gutter. We're the Gutter Helmet.
I would have wasted all my days in a dream. That's where I know you'll always be.
Furnace not working? Wojo's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing can help. Go to wojosheating.com.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. and Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Different problems require different solutions. Seagate Roofing and Foundation Services has been solving water problems for over 30 years. We have the expertise to provide you with the best solution. Seagate replaces foundations, straightens walls, lifts sinking foundations, and waterproofs basements. Get your free estimate before you make a decision because you deserve to have all the facts. We are the local experts.
244 LEAK Seagate.
Well, we're over here at our house, my friend Monica's house, that we're helping her put in a floor. Actually, we're doing all the work for her. God love her. But longer project than we thought. A lot of our variables where we're not professionals and we're just helping out is, you know, you've got time. Do you have time to do this? Do you have time to do this? I've got the kids here. I got the grandkids here. It kind of makes it kind of crazy on how we have to time things to get things done here. And we showcase a little bit of the early prep that we did with taking the vinyl floor up last week, along with putting in some of the new floor. And this floor is a 12 by 24 tile, black porcelain tile. Kind of hard to work with from our end, but we were able to get in one of the 24-inch cutters that we were using, and to break each of the tiles, and we broke a lot of tiles. We had some problems with it early in the going with it, but we were able to get them put together. And as you can see in some of our video here, we're nowhere near done. We haven't even gotten to grouting stage yet, and grouting will be on next week's show. And what we were able to do here is get all of our measurements in and get everything tallied in the way that we've been able to do it, and it's starting to look pretty good. I had a couple of the tiles we had some problems with that we didn't get enough adhesive down on the bottom, and when we rolled the refrigerator over top of it just to get it back in place so they could use it, of course I broke the tile, so we had to take it all apart. We had to redo over in that area. Now what we're trying to do is get all of this done because the countertop shops came in and they put a real nice, they're going to be putting in a beautiful countertop here that we're going to be doing, and hopefully for next week's show we'll be able to showcase what we're doing with that and them cutting the piece, the quartz piece, and all of the good stuff with that. But on this week's show, I just wanted to show you a little bit of what we've got here. It's a mess. It'll all clean up beautiful once we get everything done. But the great thing is we did it ourselves and saved a ton of money doing it, and she's going to be really happy with what we've got here. Some of the things that that I did wrong that might maybe help you out. Make sure when you're putting your adhesive down that you're really good with your adhesive. You use the trawl and you do what you're supposed to do with it, and kind of when you get each of the plates into place, each of the tiles into place, you want to kind of move them around a little bit just to make sure everything kind of locks in real good. And the second thing is, oh my goodness gracious, wipe up after yourself, because we've got some spots here on the floor that we'll get them up. It's just going to take a lot of scrubbing, and once we hit the grout stage, with a tile floor like this, you're going to be wiping it and washing it and wiping it a lot. There's going to be a lot there that we're going to have to do. Secondly, make sure on your measurements. You want to measure twice, and make sure that when you buy tile for a floor, buy more tile than you would have to use, because you can take it back. There's no problems with taking it back. That way you're in the same lot and everything's going to look the same and all the colors are going to be the same that way. And get proficient with using your cutting tools, because we've used some of the wet saw with this. Now granted, it's not a $600 wet saw. It's one of the cheaper models that we purchased, and cracks some of the tiles, so you got to be very careful on where you're going to put that stuff, because yeah, you crack some of the tiles and you get little chips on them. So what we're doing is on our edges here, we're going to put what's known as a shoe molding in to lock this all in, because number one, we did not take the molding up. That was one of the things I told Monica. I said, I'm not doing your molding because I'm terrible at it, and that's, if I start there, then I'm going to have to do your whole house, and I'm lazy. I don't want to do the whole house. But we were able to you put this shoe molding in. That's what's going to go in final when we get done and we get everything done here. Now this floor says it doesn't need to be sealed. I'm not too sure on that. I think we might have to seal this floor. We're not 100% positive on that yet, but that's just some of the little things. Once again, if you're using the scoring tools, you want to make sure that the scoring machine is situated so that when you put your piece of tile in there, it's going to, level it out enough so you don't break tiles. I had a tendency of breaking some tiles, and we just don't want to do that, and we don't want to make sure that happens with you. Once again, clean up. You want to make sure you clean up. It'll save you in the end as you're doing this floor. And it'll make it a little bit easier from the standpoint of, when we get everything done, everything will be set up. Now you're going to make mistakes. There's absolutely no doubt about it. You're going to make mistakes because, well, you're just going to make mistakes. We already know that. So don't worry about it. You can take the tile up. You can put another tile in. Make sure you get everything square, and make sure you do everything like that. I'm excited. This is kind of the first project for me. I'm going to be doing a ton of projects this year. We're already talking with a company about putting solar on my house, and it's a do-it-yourself system, and we're going to showcase how to do that probably in the spring on that one. We'll also be putting a shed in my backyard. We're going to take my old shed out. We're going to take all of the concrete up and have a new slab poured, and we're going to build a nice shed back in the backyard area for what we're doing with that. I'm going to put in a ventless instant hot water heater too, and that'll be coming up in a few shows. And I've got one of those incredibly big electric hot water heaters, and yeah, we got to get rid of that. And it's new, but it's about 5 years old, but it's time. We got to get rid of that. Our electric bills are just through the roof, and we're going to be definitely doing that, plus a lot of other stuff. And if your company wants to be a part of what we're doing, we want to spotlight your business and the things that you're doing with your business to help homeowners out like myself. And we've got some great packages to bring you on board, and we have a lot of fun doing these episodes, and it's all local, and it's just, and that's what it's all supposed to be. So a lot of fun with that. Well, we do appreciate you watching. We'll have this up on letsfixherup.com, and also have it on YouTube for you, so you can watch it there too. And if you have any suggestions, and I know I probably did something wrong, I get it. You can text me and tell me what I did wrong. I already know, but anything that I can do that can help you with a project, give us a call. My name is Mike Jamison. This is Let's Fix Her Up, and hey, folks, we'll see you next week